Bitcoin hash rate hits 2.5-year low, miner withdrawals down 85%, bull market on the way. ETF capital inflows, volatility declines, trading volume hits new low. Is this a signal for Bitcoin's rebound? USDC leads EU market, USDT faces EU MiCA life and death test.
We believe that every major government is going to need to embrace stablecoins.
Coinbase custody service lead the way. It turns out it's good to lean on a big tree.
By the way, that would also kind of mean like the end of the crypto industry in the US.
With power over cryptocurrencies restricted, the good days of the US SEC should be coming to an end. Reimagining the world with cryptocurrency, mastering the 24-hour wealth code, and let's slowly get rich together. July 2nd, Tuesday, this is Bitcoin TV's channel. I'm Zhu, and let's look at the 24-hour headline sponsored by Deepcoin. According to the latest research report from the blog, the total on-chain trading volume in June dropped by 13% to 338 billion. Bitcoin fell 13% and Ethereum fell 13%. Stablecoin trading volume reached 839 billion, down 4.5%, with issue supply growing 0.4% to 142 billion, of which USDT's market share is 79%, USDC 17%. Additionally, centralized exchange spot trading volume decreased by 18% to about 658 billion, with Binance accounting for 64%, Bybit 17%, Coinbase 9%, and Kraken 2%. Overall, the crypto market activity in June was clearly lower, mainly due to Bitcoin's volatile fluctuations, with the market generally in a wait-and-see state. In April 2024, after Bitcoin's halving, 11 mining companies may face unprofitability due to high cost and low reward. Miner withdrawal volume has decreased by 90%, which can be seen to further reduce selling pressure. Miner revenue in June decreased by 0.1% to $961 million US. Currently, Bitcoin's hash rate has dropped to its lowest level since the FTX collapse in December 2022, currently at negative 7.6%. On June 28th, withdrawals from miner-related wallets decreased from over 50,000 coins per day to less than 10,000, a reduction of 85%, indicating that miner selling pressure is weakening, which to some extent also supports Bitcoin's price. According to BioSync Alert Monitoring and Early Warning, in the first half of 2024, the total losses in the Web3 field due to hacker attacks, phishing scammers, and Project Rogue posts reached 1.54 billion. Among them, 3 incidents caused losses exceeding 100 million. May's total loss amount reached 450 million, the highest amount in the first half of 2024. Ethereum remains the chain with the highest losses amount and the most attack incidents. 32 attack incidents caused 470 million in losses, accounting for 39% of the total losses. Among the 78 attack incidents in the first half of the year, 43 still came from contract vulnerability exploitation. It's recommended that projects seek professional security companies for audits before going live. Alright, please like and follow us. We'll help you sort out the news closest to money in the crypto, blockchain, and mining industry in the past 24 hours. Data shows that this year, the proportion of Bitcoin weekend trading volume to overall trading volume has dropped to a historical low of 16%. This situation has become more apparent after the launch of Bitcoin spot ETFs, seemingly indicating that spot ETFs have made Bitcoin trading periods more aligned with traditional stock exchange schedules and reduced the Bitcoin price volatility on weekends. The crypto market generally performed poorly in June, with Bitcoin continuing to fluctuate in the 61,000 range after plunging to 58,000 on June 24th. However, as July began, BTC broke through 62,000 yesterday morning at 6 a.m. and continued to rise, currently around 62,000, up 3.61% in the past 24 hours. Against this background, digital asset trading company QCP Capital posted a long tweet on social media, so let's take a look together.
QCP Capital states that multiple signs indicate July is a bullish month. The reasons are as follows. After ending 7 consecutive days of net outflows on the 23rd, Bitcoin spot ETFs saw net inflows of $73 million on the 28th, the highest single-day inflow in 2 weeks. Seasonally, Bitcoin's median return in July is 9.6%, especially after experiencing a negative return of 9.85% in June. It often rebounds strongly. Additionally, fund flows are positioning for a rise at the end of the month, with market speculation anticipating the imminent launch of Ethereum spot ETFs.
The rise at the beginning of July is indeed very encouraging, but what's the reason for this rise? It may also be related to the possibility of Biden withdrawing from the US presidential election. We know that during the Biden administration, U.S. regulatory agencies like the SEC have continuously increased regulatory pressure on the cryptocurrency industry. But if Biden withdraws, the chances of Trump, who openly supports cryptocurrencies, winning the election may continue to increase. Due to Biden's poor performance in the first televised debate last Friday, he has raised concerns within the Democratic Party about whether to replace the candidate. So can this rise continue, and what do you think? With the EU's new crypto asset markets legislation officially coming into effect on June 30th, it's expected to make the EU the first jurisdiction in the world with comprehensive cryptocurrency regulations. However, the introduction of the MiCA bill has also brought considerable regulatory pressure on US dollar stablecoins in the European market. The most discussed recently is that the MiCA bill stipulates that for stablecoins, non-EU euro-denominated stablecoins that exceeded a certain threshold over 1 million payment transactions per day to daily transaction volume exceeding 200 million euros will need to stop issuance or be prohibited from use. Therefore, USDT issuer Tether and USDC issuer Circle need to obtain the necessary licenses before July to operate legally.
Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire announced that their USD stablecoin USDC and EUR stablecoin EURC have obtained MiCA licenses and can be used by European users. Starting July 1st, Circle will issue USDC and EURC to European users. Additionally, Jeremy Allaire added that they have 100% reserves for their issued stablecoins, and USDC owned by European customers can still be exchanged globally.
We believe that every major jurisdiction in the world will have stablecoins for their currencies that are issued by leading private companies. And we want to see a network of stablecoins around the world that allows on-chain commerce, on-chain trade, on-chain FX, all of these things to take place. So we believe that currency competition is going to become technological, and we believe that every major government is going to need to embrace stablecoins.
However, on the other hand, Circle's biggest competitors, the current stablecoin leader, USDT issuer Tether, has not made any announcements claiming to have obtained EU licenses as of now. On the contrary, Tether's USD stablecoin and EUR stablecoins have already been delisted by multiple exchanges in recent days. OKX exchange announced in late March this year that it would delist USDT-related trading pairs in the European region, and some speculated that it might be related to the new regulations of the MiCA bill. In May, Bloomberg reported that US cryptocurrency exchange Kraken was also evaluating whether to cancel support for USDT under the MiCA bill. All of this seemed to indicate that we're withdrawing USD stablecoins to make way for EUR stablecoins. It is currently unclear whether Tether has encountered difficulties in applying for MiCA licenses, or whether USDT will fall behind in the European market as a result, changing the current competitive landscape of the stablecoin market, which is worth of our continued attention. Cooperating with U.S. Marshals Service to sit firmly on the fishing terrace, turns out Coinbase is the biggest winner. SEC fine feeds the draws public anger. Silvergate case becomes harbinger of regulatory winter. Since the beginning of this year, after SEC approved the Bitcoin ETFs benefiting from the rise in cryptocurrency prices, Coinbase, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, achieved quarterly profits for the first time in 2 years. The latest financial report data shows that Coinbase achieved a net profit of $273 million in the fourth quarter of 2023, reversing the $557 million loss in the same period last year. However, at the same time, Coinbase has one lawsuit after another, with the most troublesome being the SEC. We've talked about their love and hate relationship too many times. If it was just to open a secret struggles before, and then starting this year, they brought directly into surface. Last week, Coinbase even filed a lawsuit against the US SEC and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Coinbase has always been regarded as America's favorite child. So in this situation, why hasn't any official stepped out and speak for Coinbase?
So basically, we're in this environment of regulation by enforcement. I don't feel like there's a clear rule book. The only sort of high-level statements they've made is that everything other than Bitcoin is a security, which that's just not what it says in the law. And by the way, that would also kind of mean like the end of the crypto industry in the US.
On July 1st, 2024, the U.S. Marshals Service, USMS, a heavyweight agency under the U.S. Department of Justice, officially announced that after layers of screening and fierce competition, it has finally entrusted the custody and advanced trading of Category 1 large-scale digital assets to the industry-leading cryptocurrency platform Coinbase Prime. These assets are centrally managed by USMS, supporting federal law enforcement. As of the first quarter of 2024, Coinbase protected $330 billion in assets.
The U.S. Marshals Service, as the authority for asset seizure, has every decision affecting market nerves. This choice to cooperate with Coinbase Prime is undoubtedly a strategic deployment after careful consideration. Coinbase Prime, as Coinbase's commercial-grade service platform, has been known for its excellent performance and tight security measures since its inception, and has now become the first choice for many institutions and large digital asset holders. This cooperation is not only a powerful proof of Coinbase Prime's strength, but also a public display of love from the U.S. Marshals Service to Coinbase. It's as if saying, your backer has arrived and let's see who dares to touch you now. So this regulatory battle is indeed interesting to wait and watch. In January last year, Silvergate revealed that after FTX crisis, it experienced a bank run for up to $8.1 billion, which wiped out all the profits it had earned since 2013. Silvergate also had to lay off 40% of its workforce to maintain its livelihood, and later revealed that it had borrowed from the Federal Home Loan Bank. Strangely, BlackRock, the world's largest asset management company, too took advantage of this opportunity to buy low, holding 7% of Silvergate's shares, and another asset management company called State Street also held 9.2% of the shares at the same time. Fast forward to today, a year later, the SEC accuses Silvergate of implementing a fraud scheme after cryptocurrency exchange FTX collapsed in November 2022, misleading investors. So what does this mean? That series of operations last year were all self-directed by you, so you actually had nothing to do with FTX. Your bankruptcy was purely an act. The SEC's accusations are not the only legal challenge Silvergate faces. The Federal Reserve Board and the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation have also imposed fines on the bank.
The Federal Reserve Board fined Silvergate Bank $20 million and imposed a $43 million fine on its parent company, Silvergate Capital Corporation, and the bank for insufficient monitoring in compliance with anti-money laundering regulations. The California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation found deficiencies in Silvergate's internal transaction monitoring and fined the bank, its holding company, and some senior executives a total of $63 million. Today, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission said that without admitting or denying the allegations, U.S. regional bank Silvergate agreed to pay a $50 million civil penalty to settle the SEC's lawsuit.
Regardless of whether Silvergate intends to defraud, it must be said that SEC has benefited again. During Gensler's tenure, the amount of illicit gains obtained through fines is countless, and regulatory measures have become stricter, which has a long caused dissatisfaction among crypto enthusiasts. At the same time, it wasn't just the crypto enthusiasts who were dissatisfied, but also the courts. In the past week, the U.S. Supreme Court issued two important rulings in succession, both of which protected the rights of defendants and were no longer the SEC acting independently. These SEO rulings jointly established a new legal framework for the SEC's enforcement actions. The SEC's good days are coming to an end as time to reflect on itself.
U.S.-listed company Kronos Advanced Technologies, Inc. announced its decision to accept Shibari as a payment method for its air purifiers. In June, Bitfarms' production grew by 21%, while fending off an acquisition attempt by one of its biggest competitors, Riot Platforms. Bitfarms revealed in a statement on July 1st that the company mined 189 bitcoins that month and sold 134 of them for $8.8 million. According to informed sources, French antitrust regulators are preparing to charge NVIDIA with anti-competitive behavior, making them the first enforcement agency to do so. According to Look and Chain Monitoring, 9 U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs increased their holdings by 526 Bitcoins on July 1st, worth about $33 million. According to data from CryptoQuant, Bitcoin's premium on Coinbase has fallen to its lowest negative value since the FTX collapse. Such negative readings typically occur at local price bottoms and predict subsequent rises. Uniswap Wallet announced the introduction of Transact to provide fiat currency on-ramp services. Users will be able to directly purchase cryptocurrencies using fiat currency in their wallets without having to transfer funds from centralized exchanges.
Alright, that's the main content of today's program. Our channel focuses on curating valuable news in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and the mining industry. We have news and information as well as in-depth special reports. If you find our channel valuable, please share and follow us. You can also become our member. So let's get rich together and add a zero to our assets in the bull market. And see you tomorrow.